In the dark annals of human history, one of the most harrowing chapters is inscribed with the atrocities committed by the Nazi death squads in Eastern Europe. Known as the Einsatzgruppen, these mobile killing units were unleashed by the Third Reich to systematically exterminate Jews, intellectuals, and other targeted populations in the occupied territories. The sheer brutality and calculated efficiency with which they carried out their grisly tasks are a testament to the depths of inhumanity that humanity is capable of descending into. Formed in the wake of the German invasion of the Soviet Union in 1941, the Einsatzgruppen were an integral part of the Nazi regime's genocidal machinery. Comprising SS and police personnel, these units operated under the command of high-ranking Nazi officials, chief among them SS Reichsfuhrer Heinrich Himmler. Their primary objective was to eradicate perceived threats to the German dominance in the East, primarily targeting Jews but also extending their murderous reach to include Roma, intellectuals, Soviet officials, and other undesirables. The Einsatzgruppen operated with astonishing precision and ruthlessness. They operated in a shroud of secrecy, moving swiftly from town to town, rounding up victims, and herding them to the outskirts where mass executions took place. The chilling efficiency with which they carried out their gruesome duties is a grim testament to the bureaucratic nature of evil that permeated the Nazi regime. The methods employed by the Einsatzgruppen to exterminate their victims were as varied as they were horrifying. Mass shootings were the most common modus operandi, with victims often forced to dig their own graves before being summarily gunned down. The sheer scale of the bloodshed is unimaginable, with estimates suggesting that these death squads were responsible for the murders of over 1 million men, women, and children. One of the most infamous massacres perpetrated by the Einsatzgruppen took place at Babi Yar, near Kiev, Ukraine, in September 1941. Over the course of 2 days, more than 33,000 Jewish men, women, and children were systematically executed and buried in mass graves. The brutality and callousness with which the Nazis carried out these mass killings is a stark reminder of the depths of human depravity. What sets the actions of the Einsatzgruppen apart from other instances of mass violence is the chillingly systematic and bureaucratic nature of their operations. The killers did not see their victims as individual human beings, but rather as statistics to be checked off in pursuit of their ultimate goal of racial purity. The dehumanization of their victims was complete, reducing them to mere ciphers in the macabre calculus of Nazi ideology. The legacy of the Einsatzgruppen continues to haunt the collective memory of humanity. The sheer scale of their crimes, coupled with the unflinching cruelty with which they were carried out, stands as a grim testament to the darkest capabilities of the human soul. The horrors of the Holocaust, of which the actions of the Einsatzgruppen were a central part, serve as a stark reminder of the consequences of unchecked hatred and prejudice. In the aftermath of World War II, the leaders of the Einsatzgruppen were brought to trial at Nuremberg for their roles in the wholesale slaughter of innocents. Their trials served as a reckoning for the depths of depravity that human beings are capable of sinking to. However, no amount of justice can ever fully heal the wounds inflicted by the actions of these death squads. The story of the Einsatzgruppen is a chilling reminder of the capacity for inhumanity that lurks within us all. It stands as a stark warning against the dangers of unchecked hatred and xenophobia. The lessons of the Holocaust and the actions of the Einsatzgruppen in particular must never be forgotten, for to do so would be to court the possibility of history repeating itself. In the end, the legacy of the Einsatzgruppen serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of civilization and the constant vigilance